crowd is definitely ready. So are we. Off we go on EA Sports. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Cleveland offense set to take the field for the first time. And taking the snaps, a quarterback now in his third year in the league.
And he's coming off a game where he's pretty much held in check for the majority of the contest. He had a couple nice throws here and there, and I think that's what gives this team hope that he is the quarterback for the future, Mike, because when he's on, it looks like big boy football. The problem is they just don't see it enough. He didn't get into any sort of established rhythm, never found the end zone, and of course he had the one interception. I think today, get him off to a good start, get an idea of what the defense is looking to do to counter you, and find some easy layups to get this quarterback going. I think last week they weren't able to do it, and if they don't find early success today, I have a feeling the result might not be all that different.
Able to make one man miss, but that's all. They get him, take him down behind the line.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
Let's give some love to the big guys up front here, Mike. The offensive line is looking good here early to start the game. Couple nice big explosive runs. Expect them to continue to lean on the big guys up front as the rest of this game unfolds.
And he'll work forward for about 3. It's second down. You get a look there at his numbers on the ground from a week ago. Second and 7. Back to throw. And the rush too strong. They're in there in a flash for the sack.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
A throw on the move is caught. And they were hoping for a little more on that one. Brought down well short of the first. So it'll bring up fourth down. The Browns getting their punting team out there, as they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep. This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line. The Cincinnati offense set to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by a young man who's making a name for himself, their rookie quarterback.
You know, some weeks, Mike, it just seems like you just can't do anything wrong. Every play, every throw, it just seems like everything goes your way, and that was certainly the case last week, throwing for over 300 yards, 3 touchdowns. Tell you what, his receivers, they're coming into every game saying, we're going to get a lot of opportunities, and their quarterback can continue to play at that high of a level. There's a lot of production to go around.
They motion a receiver right. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. With that, I want to give you a look here at the receiving numbers for him from the game a week ago. They face second down and 7. Now, faking the give. Look wide. Get this one complete. And he's not going to be able to get away. Very good coverage on the perimeter. It goes down as a loss of yards. On third down, they'll set up to throw. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down, Mike. Living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Browns offense ready to see the football for the second time. They'll start with great field position right at midfield with a first down. Quick throw, taken in, and that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Second down and 3. Now here's a keeper on the zone read. And he's got it. First down. A pickup of 4.
Sometimes, Mike, the best plan is also the simplest plan. And for this team, just snap the ball to your quarterback, let him find some daylight, and go get that first down himself.
Not much there. Maybe a yard. Here's a 2nd and 9. He'll look to throw. A throw left side there, not going to find the target. Incomplete.
Timing and trust, critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
He'll try to run for it. And he slides and covers up at the end, avoids the hit, and picked up decent yardage along the way.
And that's a great job defensively here on third down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the first down.
This one not on target. It is short. It is right. It is no good. And this will remain a scoreless ball game.
Man, that's just tough on an offense, Mike. I mean, you work so hard to get in position to take the lead, and it just doesn't work out.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. They're going to motion the tight end over here. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
3rd and long. Now they'll set up to throw. The open receiver is Dotson. Pretty good effort on that one. It will not be enough. It's going to bring up 4th down.
Defense.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Back to the ground after the penalty. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 46-yard line.
Here's a first carry for their running back. Down the sideline, past the 40. They gain 18 yards on that one. It's a Cincinnati 1st down. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
And if he's late with that throw, Mike, there's a really good chance a defender could have made a play on it. But he does a beautiful job. He puts the ball out in front of his shoulder, leads the receiver, and allows him to get upfield and pick up the first down.
A couple of big plays, one after the other, and now it's 1st and goal. He'll drop to throw. That one taken in. Touchdown, Bengals. It's his 3rd touchdown on the year.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their second possession.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. This is fielded inside the 5. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Browns offense ready to see what they can do. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. On first down, a run for right. And a good job following his blockers, a gain of 7. It'll be second down. Back on the ground and back to right. And he'll have enough to move the chains. He'll take this forward for about 3 yards. Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for first and 10. They'll look to throw. To the right side here, pass is caught. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield. A first set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. From the 50, he'll set up to throw. Thrown left side, the catch is made. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. What can they do here on third down and 7? Off play action. He'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring fourth down right in the face.
And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. The Bengals offense back onto the field as you take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. Still, a lot can happen between now and the end of the season, but the cream is starting to rise to the top as you look across the NFL. He's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. So after 1, it's the Bengals on top. Greg and I back here in Cincinnati after this. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. This one is caught by Dotson. And he'll get about 5 here as he's out of bounds with a first down. Putting the tight end in motion. Working from the shotgun, he'll hand this one off. And that's the way you want to run it on first down. A gain of 7. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Dotson, the man in motion. Quick throw here is complete. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 3, but that is good enough for a first down. Tight end going in motion here. On first and 10, they'll set up to throw. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
It's like a textbook, methodical, efficient NFL drive. 4 for 4 throwing the ball, mixing in some run. You're just marching the ball downfield at your will, and They get a fresh set of downs now to see if they can convert this nice drive into some points.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Back to the air one more time. And that ball incomplete over the middle.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front. I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a 4th down decision to make.
That one is good. And the Bengals will extend to a 10-0 lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Browns offense and running back Jalen Wright headed back to work. And nothing doing from the offense just yet. Down 10-0 as they come up with 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down. A give here to Wright. He'll pop this ahead for about 4, but it will set up 3rd down. Throwing now from the gun. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. Here's the punter now, as he is on to punt for Cleveland. This one fielded out beyond the 25. Heading out now, the Cincinnati offense. They're going to get set to take over once more. They've got the 10-0 advantage here early. And they'll see if they can add to it. Beginning on this drive, 1st and 10. They send the tight end in motion. Quick throw, out wide. It's caught. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. Here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
He's going to have that 1st down, gain of 6, as they convert on 3rd down. They'll turn and hand this one off. And he'll work his way down inside the 30. Shooing off 7 yards on that one. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Back to the ground. He'll get it again. Now they are in business. Inside the 15-yard line.
The goal of every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass. With some success here early on the ground, will open up things as the game unfolds for the quarterback in this passing game.
They're going to motion the tight end over here. In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. This one's going to be taken in over the middle. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. He'll come up now for second down and 4. Now a give on the ground. And the Bengals are going to have a first and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
I think this second down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst, they had themselves set up for a third down and short. But there's no need for third down. He was able to get enough on second, and they get a fresh set of downs.
Not much happening there, just a short game. A little closer. Here's second and goal. He'll try to run this one in. And he'll go down back at the 4-yard line.
Down here this close, all it takes is one defensive lineman defeating his block and getting some penetration, and that's exactly what we saw here. Not only to stop the ball carrier short of the end zone.
And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Touchdown, Cincinnati. That's his second touchdown of the game. He's doubled his season output. He now has 4. And that is number 2. Greg, he is off to some kind of start in this one. 2 quarters and 2 receiving touchdowns.
Mike, this is one of those situations where as a defensive coordinator, you've got to give your group an answer, because right now, they don't have one for this guy.
The extra point is up and through. And the Bengals move further out in front. It is now 17-0. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Browns offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. So they come to the line for first down and 10. On the give, it's right. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on first down. They run again with Wright. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard, but that's it. Here's 3rd and 2. Putting the tight end in motion. On 3rd down, they go with Wright. This will not do the trick. They've stopped him behind the line. 4th down coming up.
The idea here for this offense is you're not really thinking necessarily touchdown. You're thinking first down. Let's get a fresh set of downs here and reset. But in this case, they suffer a loss, and it brings up 4th down.
On comes the punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Taken at the 19. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Throwing right. It's taken in. Out of the gun, he'll throw. He'll go right and find his running back. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
First down. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Back to throw. He'll let this go deep for the end zone. And this will be incomplete.
Trying to set the tone here for the rest of the game and let this defense know there is not a blade of grass on this field that you don't have to defend, because he reared back and he let that one eat. And He's got to work a little bit on his touch, a little bit on his accuracy, but I don't think he needs to work on his arm strength.
After back-to-back incompletions, they now face 3rd down and 10. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. Catch number 7 so far in this one. And a 1st down. Now the Bengals are going to call the first of their timeouts. And they'll stop it just over a minute remaining in this first half. 1st and 10. They'll look to throw yet again. They'll look to set up the screen here. Screen works to perfection. Give them 18 yards and move the chains. 1st down.
And another great throw. And I'll tell you what, Mike, so far today, this certainly does not look like a rookie quarterback. I mean, he is in complete control of this offense.
They'll look to throw again. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. He'll look to throw. Quick throw, taken in. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short. Now timeout Cincinnati. That's their 2nd, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Open man, left side, he's got it. And he will have the 1st down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8. He'll drop to throw. This one caught at the 4. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. The Bengals will call out the field goal unit. This, about as short as you can get. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Bengals going to tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half. So 2 seconds left to play, and the kick's away. Here comes the return from a yard or 2 deep. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. And both teams ready to play on, so we'll do the same as we get set for quarter number 3. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And he is stopped at the 25, and the drive will begin there. The Bengals offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And we run you through the highlights here. It has been a very big performance from the quarterback position, instrumental in leading and executing, and now trying to finish strong and take his team to the finish line. From the 25, they'll go to work, 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. The open receiver is Dodson. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
At the 30-yard line.
Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And he'll push his way ahead for a gain of 2. That's Greg Newsome in to make the stop.
Gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 2.
Putting one of their tight ends in motion left. Try to pick this one up on the ground. And he'll have the 1st down. He'll get him up around the 37.
Nothing real fancy about this call here, Mike, right? In this 3rd and short, just get the ball to your running back, make sure he has enough space to pick up the 1st down, and they're able to convert.
Throwing now on 1st and 10. A throw over the middle, and they can't connect. It's incomplete. They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. They'll try to set up the screen here. They smelled the screen and took care of it. Blown up in the backfield.
The best defenders can just sense when a screen is coming. They can tell the body language of the offensive lineman's pass set. They can tell on the drop of the quarterback. It just doesn't look right. It's exactly the case here. Great job getting to the back and taking him down for a loss. Not the worst play call there. I actually like third down screen game, especially when you're anticipating some pressure, an over-aggressive defense who's selling out to get to the quarterback. In this case, not a lot of room to operate. They don't convert. Brings up fourth down.
And we won't see a return here. This is going to be marked down inside the 15. The visitors' offense. And their running back set to go once more. They'll begin inside their own 15-yard line. So a lot of real estate to cover. It's 1st and 10. He'll try to get back to the line, but he's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here. It's tough to completely celebrate, Mike, when you don't pick up the first down, but that's a run you will take every single time. I mean, good yardage in a lot of situations, it'll get you the first down, just not here.
They're going to bring him down, but there is a penalty marker on the field.
Holding offense.
So after the 5 yards are walked off, they face 3rd and long. Now they'll set up to throw. Here's a screen coming for right, and he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down. Punting time for the Browns. They're set to kick it away, as he's on for the 5th time this afternoon. This returnable from inside his own 40. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Bengals offense ready to get back to work. As we look back at some of the highlights of this one, you'll see a lot of them, Greg, coming from the passing game. They've done a nice job picking the defense apart.
Yeah, and I think that's the right way to say it. It hasn't necessarily been just a bunch of deep shots, a bunch of explosives. It's been more methodical. It's been precise. They've really been all over their execution, and this is about as close to a complete performance as you're going to see from any offense throughout the course of this season.
And he'll get about 8 on that one, most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 50-yard line.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. Now a 3rd and 2. He'll try to get this one on the ground. He is going to have a Bengals first down. His defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain on 3rd and 2.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Got a man left side. It's caught. And he'll be taken down at the 25-yard line.
Really nice throw downfield on that conversion. Brings up a new set of downs. And defensively, Mike, this feels like desperation mode. If you allow them to finish this drive with a touchdown, this game feels all but over.
Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he takes it down to the 15-yard line.
Ineligible receiver downfield. Offense.
You only get a 1-yard buffer from the line of scrimmage for these old linemen. That time he strayed a little too far, and it draws the flag. Following the penalty, they'll run it. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line.
It's too early at this point, Mike, to really start thinking about the clock. You definitely don't want to go into a shell. But now this is the point in the game where having a good ground game really starts to take over. You throw to get the lead, but man, once you get it, that ground game, that's...
And he's in! Touchdown, Bengals! Nothing changed at halftime. They come right out to start this third quarter and pick up where they left off.
Well, I think this defensive coordinator is going to think back to his halftime speech, Mike, because whatever adjustments he thought they made, it obviously didn't resonate. What we saw happen in the first half, they picked right back up here to start the third quarter, and at this point, the offense has hit its stride, and they continue to pull away.
Extra point attempt still to come. The kick is good. And the Bengals able to add on. It is now 27-0. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. He'll start at the 4. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. The visitors' offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. Head up, this is right. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down. A carry here for Wright. It'll be a pickup of 10. It's a Browns 1st down.
And he continues to carry the ball well. Another nice one here. But as they find themselves continuing to trail here in the second half, the opposing team's defense is not really concerned about the run game. They need to find a way to use the pass to get the lead and then go back to this run game to close the game out. The timing of the jet sweep is critical. If you can get the ball carrier past the end man on the line, typically there's a lot of space downfield, but give credit to the defense. They saw this one play out, they reacted quickly, and they're able to throw him down for a loss.
On the ground, this is Wright. And he is going to be stuffed well behind the line of scrimmage. That play going absolutely nowhere.
Anytime the running back is forced to chop his feet in the background and never get to top speed, you know that play's not going anywhere. That's exactly what the defense was able to force here by getting penetration. Great job there, stopping this play before he had a chance to even get started.
Jerry Jeudy, the intended target, and that's going to lead to a 4th down.
This has really just been the story of the entire game. They just seem out of sync, don't they? I mean, they desperately need to find a way to just get some points on the scoreboard, any way it takes. They don't complete on the deep pass there, but keep shooting for it, because at some point, something's going to break your way, and they desperately need it.
The Bengals offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now, they're trying to keep it going. And he'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag is down.
Holding.
Let's
Offense.
see who they got. A handoff as they try to run it here. And a nice run there as he surges forward. A gain of 8 and sets up 3rd down. He'll try to hit him with a screen.
That's just one of those drives that was out of whack from the start, Mike. They just couldn't get anything going on the early downs, and they'll most likely punt the ball away and hope that their defense can do the same thing and get them the ball back.
Now fair catch, signal for, and made here at about the 43-yard line. Now it's the Browns' turn as they get set to take over again on offense. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. This is brought in downfield by Judy. A pickup there of 28 yards.
And up until this point, we haven't seen a lot go their way, but here in the 3rd quarter, they're starting to find some plays. They're starting to get some opportunities. Just got to ask yourself if it's too little, too late.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll run with Wright. And he's going to be out of bounds here on what will wind up being the final play of the 3rd quarter. So these two teams take the long walk to the opposite end of the stadium. We've come to the end of the 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Here's a run. He'll get a yard or 2 to the 8. 2nd and goal. Here now, 2nd down and goal. And this is too far over the end line. It's incomplete. 3rd and goal. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. It is brought in the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Well, it's not going to be enough, but at least they find the end zone at the end of a hard week's work. At least it'll pay off with a touchdown, Greg.
Mike, you can just chalk this one up in the column of too little, too late. Give credit to this offense for not going down without a fight, but they're not going to have enough time to find themselves back in this one.
Now, the extra point. The kick is good. And the Browns are able to cut into the deficit. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. He fields it at the 8. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The home team's offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read, seemingly every time. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. They'll stick with him again. And it'll be a pickup of 3. So 3rd down, forthcoming.
He's brought down at the 37-yard line. It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 2.
Up the middle they go. He is going to have a Bengals 1st down. They're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Here's a handoff out of the gun, and that'll be a pickup of 3. 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Working from the shotgun, he'll hand this one off. Maybe a couple there. It's 3rd down.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. He's got his man. Right side. It's complete. And he's going to have the first down. So they convert on third down with a pickup of 9.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
Where a defender makes his tackles tells you a lot about his abilities. And for an interior defensive lineman, Mike, to make plays on the outside of the formation just speaks to his speed, his effort, his ability to run down the line. And we saw it here, and he takes the back down for a loss.
They've converted 2 third downs already on this drive. And here's 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, here's a run up the gut. And yes, that'll get it. First down, marked at the 30. A good run will keep this drive going.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
And he won't get away. Good open field tackle there to get him down behind the line.
To play corner in this league, Mike, you have to have great reactions and instincts. In this case, he trusts those instincts from the jump, and he's able to send the offense going backwards as a result.
And nothing on that one. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
We've seen this back have his way with this defense all game long, Mike. He's up over 100 yards for the game, but this time the defense said, we've had enough. They sold out to stop him. They hold him to no gain.
He'll get this one to his safety valve, complete, and a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down. The Bengals will call out the field goal unit. This will be a 41-yard attempt. Another one through the uprights. He's 4 for 4 on the game. And the Bengals will add to their lead here in the 4th quarter. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The visitors' offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. Things not looking good, but see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with 1st down. Back to throw here to begin the drive. That's into the hands of Judy on the right side. Here's 2nd and 6. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball. Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
The drive stays alive. They got 23 yards on 4th down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down. That's going to be intercepted. Bengals will take over possession here at the 44.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see, can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
This offense and their running back heading back on the field. And we'll give you a look at some of the highlights. He's had a number of them over that magic mark, over 100 yards on the ground, including a rushing touchdown. He has been a handful for the defense right throughout. Drive will start on the ground, and he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. Second down and 8. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now it's third down.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
Now a give up the middle.
The running back again the ball carrier. Tackle made at his 48-yard line. A gain of only a yard. It's 4th down.
The Bengals out and ready to punt. Oh, not the greatest punt there. This is going to hit and go out of bounds. The visitors' offense ready for this next possession. This will start from the 12, trying to put a drive together here. It's 1st and 10. Going deep downfield for Judy. That is knocked away. Incomplete. Good coverage there defensively all over him. And it'll be 2nd down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. This pass caught by Judy. And they're going to move the ball all the way up to the 45-yard line. Back to throw. Oh, and a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass you say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up 2nd down. Back to the air one more time. And that is incomplete.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out and go up for an offensive rebound and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot.
The offense staying out there for this 4th down. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete. The defense very happy to see that play call. The decision to go for it on 4th and long will end up in a turnover on downs. Victory formation, defense powerless to stop. And that should just about do it. For my partner, Greg Olson, for our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Bengals as we say so long from Cincinnati.